All right, people, welcome back to the Canadian Tennis Stream. Your host, Stephen Boughton, here with you, and we are in, for my opinion, a banger. Felix AUGER-ALIASSIME, the Canadian kid, the mayor of Montreal, which I was hoping to show a clip, but we are having some technical difficulties at the moment. But he's the mayor of Montreal. That's my new name for him because he's absolutely running that place right now, letting it on fire with just electric scenes. Which is amazing. And we got Casper Ruud, who's a friend of the show, and he's just a great player. And so I expect this to be a very, very good match. So welcome. How you doing? What's going on? I am looking forward to walking through this match with you as it gets rolling here. Let's take a look to see who's here. Let me know if you're in the chat and let me know where you're watching from. We will get into that stream later. The boys are just warming up on court and things are about to get heated, as I can tell. Both players, Felix especially, came into this quarterfinal playing incredibly well. Felix destroyed Cam Norrie, put on one of the best serving performances he's ever done. He served over 80% and won over 90% of those first serves that he got in, which was basically every serve. So unbelievably high level from Felix to get here. And he played a guy in Cam Norrie who is very good and beat him the week before. So there's lots that Felix can feel confident about coming into this match. And Casper can also feel pretty good because he came into this match beating RBA Roberto Bautista Agut, who's a very good player. So yeah, both guys coming in with confidence as they should. And I'm expecting and hoping for a very good match. Before we get much deeper into this, the Canadian Tennis Stream is presented by PointsBet Canada. If you're going to bet on the tennis and you're in Ontario, make sure you sign up for PointsBet and use them because they support the Slice and Canadian tennis, and that is dope. So they've actually just started. And so now we're here. Welcome to the show. And let me know where you're watching from as always. And let's get the show on the road. Casper Ruud to serve. Casper was not, from what I saw in the match against Roberto Bautista Agut, Casper was not super clinical. He was missing a lot off the backhand. So I can see Felix exploiting that tonight if Felix is feeling good right off the bat here. So let's see how it goes. But Felix, everyone's been talking about it on Sportsnet. He's been running around this place looking super confident, super collected. That's two unforced errors right off the bat for Casper Ruud, just to put it off just in the worst possible start for Casper. Casper's going to know how hard it is. You know, Felix is serving like he's serving. It's going to be incredibly hard to break him. So the pressure to hold your own serve is going to be high. And they're into a rally now. Felix coming to the net and drawing the error out of Casper right off the bat. That's 3 break points. Trying to show a little clip I had prepared for you guys, but it is not working. The mayor of Montreal clip. Anyways, Felix 3 break points coming forward now, hitting a clean winner. That is one of the most exclamation point starts you could ever have in a quarterfinal of a Masters 1000. Felix comes out and easily breaks Casper Ruud in about a minute and a half. Are you kidding me? It's pretty crazy. What do you guys think? Oh, we got, folks, for those of you watching, we have a celebrity in the house. Ian Westerman of Essential Tennis has just left a comment on the Canadian Tennis Stream. It's a first. Hey, Ian. Thanks for tuning in, bro. Thanks for the encouragement. He's been a long-time encourager of the Slice. I'm now doing this full-time out in Europe on the grind. So thank you, Ian, for your inspiration and for you being one of the absolute innovators in the tennis digital space. So I seriously appreciate you. Felix. Also, Ian, if you're still watching, what do you think about Felix Auger-Aliassime? He's like our Prince Charming up here in Canada. It's unbelievable. And I've actually got a video after that break that might look like it might play now for you guys. So that's right, the mayor of Montreal, Felix Auger-Aliassime, up a break to start 1-0. Is it going to be a short night? I don't know. Felix second serve. Big forehand, you know the deal. Ooh, and there's a spray. There's Felix's first error. What do you guys think? There's an ace from Felix, just pounding it down. So earlier tonight, before this match, Huber-Hurkacz took out Nick Kyrgios. 2 really tight sets, finished with tie breaks, and then 6-1, the old breadstick from Huber-Hurkacz, kind of out of nowhere. I think, funny enough, this is very funny to me, Nick Kyrgios got rattled that Huber-Hurkacz went and changed his outfit. So Nick got rattled, therefore lost the match. I seem to remember him calling Stefanos Tsitsipas soft for getting rattled and then losing the match. I don't know. There's another error, though, from Felix. And I'm actually going to tweet that. That was a good thought I just had. That's usually how I get myself in trouble on Twitter. Just think it and tweet it. That's how I do it. Wow, Ian, that is actually very respectable. Just watching this point here, Felix down 15-30 in this game. There's an unforced error. So Felix is actually now facing 2 break points right off the bat. Okay, so maybe we'll pump the brakes a little bit on Felix's hot start here. Ian, that's fair enough. When you're running a business like you and you're really executing, you don't have time all the time to take in the leisure of watching these guys play. So I get that. 40-15 RUUD. Absolute pro. I've got a lot of good things to say about Casper Ruud. I watched him in person win Geneva 250 on clay and Gstaad 250 on clay in person. I was there all week, saw him practice, saw him play, saw him warm up. Got a lot of good things to say about Casper Ruud. Wow, and there's the break back. So Felix gives up the break just about as easily as he took it. So that is interesting. So 2 breaks to start, 1-all. Little bit of a weird start, maybe nervy. When they're getting in the rallies, Felix is absolutely dominating, at least on Ruud's serve. But he made a few errors there in that last game. Ruud made a few errors in the first game. But Felix is just hitting that forehand as good as a forehand can be hit. That is crazy town. There's Ruud spraying another forehand. Ian, that's that may be true, but I promise you our job streaming these tennis does not pay like your job. So you are in a good position, my friend. But thanks for being here and contributing to the watch party, which I feel like people didn't know this match was starting as soon as it did because the Kyrgios match it looked like it was going to go late, and then Kyrgios lost the third set in about 15 minutes. I went out for a walk. I was like, oh, they're going to be playing another tight set with my wife. Gonna go get an evening walk in before this next match. And then I look at my phone and it's like 6-1. I was like, okay. Scurried home. So now Felix is back up again in the RUUD serve. Maybe we're going to go all junior tennis style in this match. Just break each other all match long. See who avoids getting broken. We'll end up winning the sets. $30 now. If you're just joining us, welcome to the Canadian Tennis Stream. If you're not yet, subscribe and smash the like button. As we're just getting underway here, I think it's going to be a good match. It's going to turn into a battle because both these guys can battle. Casper Ruud does well coming forward there. He's got a game point. Can consolidate the break. Consolidate the break back would be his goal. Felix there does well, gets it to deuces. Coming forward as he's supposed to, as was the game plan. Now Ruud coming forward behind his first serve, behind a good first serve. That's good stuff from the Norwegian. Casper Ruud with a game point on his serve, coming forward and consolidating the break. So 2-1 Casper Ruud, people. So some stories about Casper Ruud. Yeah, we spent a lot of time together. We did an interview here in Gstaad, and that was really awesome. I got to chat with him, and we talked about preparation, how, at the French Open, playing Nadal, was he nervous, etc. We also talked about his golf game. Talked a lot about that. I think he likes playing golf probably more than tennis, to be honest, which I respect. So, when you're a pro tennis player, tennis is your job. So I think a lot of us like our hobbies more than our jobs. So you can't really blame him for that. But I just noticed how dedicated he is to just the grind. Like, he's just a guy who kind of just puts his head down, works, and really gets, I feel like, the most out of his physique, out of his athleticism. He's very athletic. He's super good athlete. He's about 6'1" feet tall. So I just feel like he gets the most out of himself in his career. Like he was up to ATP number 5 in the world, top 5 when I interviewed him, which is just awesome. And yeah, if on TV, I don't know, I've seen people on Twitter, a lot of people, throwing pokes like some people think he's a pusher, whatnot, but he definitely does not push. He's got huge game. He's got huge spin, and he's got one of the heaviest forehands, I think, on tour. And on clay, where I was watching it, that really showed off the way he used height off the ground to hurt opponents, to push opponents back. It's like a whole nother dimension to the game. Anyways, I'm just hearing an interview now with him, with RUUD. So yeah, anyways, RUUD just talking about when they first met, or when he first heard about Felix Auger-Aliassime, which he's got a lot of respect from, which is fair. Felix now serving, trying to get back on track after getting broken in his first service game after breaking Casper Ruud in the first game of the match. Felix, unforced error there into the net. If you guys are joining us right now, let me know where you're watching from. We got a few people here. Gonna have more joining us soon, I'm sure. Let me know where you're watching from and who you are cheering for. Are you Team Canada or Team Norway? Felix coming forward there, confidently putting away the overhead smash. Sam, Felix's dad, in the crowd tonight. Good to see. He doesn't travel with Felix, which is interesting. But he does run his own academy, and he coached Felix growing up. So he's obviously a pretty legendary coach with a lot of knowledge. $30 here. So Felix not really getting, that was, the easiest break I've ever seen in the first game of the set. And now it's, a little bit not their best from either guy. Pushing through right now. Felix not getting the service stats that he'd probably want to start. Let me just update what those are. Yeah, Felix is only, there's a double fault, set up, another RUUD break point. Felix right now is 30% first serves in. So yeah, 30% first serves in is not the recipe, and that's probably not going to get it done. Very interesting. Casper Ruud's got 75% of his first serves in, but lost more than half the points. So interesting start for these two guys, to say the least. Felix misses another first serve. Ooh, and RUUD just goes long. So what do you guys think? What do you guys think? This is an interesting start to our stream. We've had Ian Westerman, the legendary owner of Essential Tennis, pop in, and both guys have been a little shaky to start. And Felix puts that one wide again. So we're back into deuce. Neither guy is really cruising at all yet. There's a first serve I think I heard while tweeting. If you guys are just joining us, welcome. Welcome to the Canadian tennis stream. We've got a Canadian playing tonight, whereas I think last night or the night before we had Medvedev versus Kyrgios, but it was in Montreal, so it qualified for the Canadian tennis stream. You got RUUD and Felix Auger doing battle right now. RUUD going for the drop shot. Felix, I don't know what happened there. Somebody yelled out in the crowd. I'm confused. Jane, how's it going? After watching Hubie, I think that either of these guys might have a hard time against them. I know Kyrgios was injured, but Hubie played very clean. I don't know if Hubert or Kyrgios was injured. I think he was showing it, but as I said, I don't know if you it was before you came, but I found it funny how Kyrgios got rattled. Apparently, that Hubert was changing his outfit, so basically he was getting rattled by an opponent's antics when he, called Stefanos at Wimbledon soft for getting rattled by the opponent. But that was only really after Stefanos, he heard about Stefanos' comments towards him afterwards. So, fair enough. But Nick did let emotions get him tonight, but I don't think he was really injured. I think it's just called playing lots week in, week out, which he's doing right now because he's winning lots. And there's another break point for Casper Ruud. Felix is mightily struggling on his first serve right now. If I pull up these stats, still 40% first serves in to start. Not sweet. Welcome to the stream. If you guys are just joining us, smash the like button and make sure you are subscribed. It helps us out, and I appreciate it. Shocking start from Felix after an early break. There's a backhand error. So he goes down now, a break to Casper Ruud. 3-1, and this is just not the playbook for Felix. So he's going to have to go into problem-solving mode here now. Won't he? What do you guys think? What is this start here? Interesting. I'm interested to see what the PointsBet odds are live on this match. And if you didn't know, our live tonight is presented by PointsBet Canada, who is the tennis betting destination in Canada. They support the slice and they support Canadian tennis, which is epic. So right now you could get double your money on Felix winning the match. He's now the Casper. Right now they have Casper Ruud as the favorite to win as he's up a break. I'd potentially take a look at that. There's Felix with a good pass. Casper Ruud coming in net is not where he wants to be, so that might be a tactic that Felix might deploy. I definitely saw, for all the praise I have for Casper, and he's an amazing player, I definitely saw some suspect volleys here on the clay. So if Felix can kind of do those kind of mid-court slices that kind of tempt the player to come in when they don't really want to, not on their own terms, might be advantageous for Felix. Since I literally said that, the odds have now changed for Felix to be the winner again. So lots going on with the action. If you guys are just joining us, welcome. Let me know in the comment section down below or to the side. Maybe it's over here or over here. Let me know where you are watching from, where you're joining the watch party from, and welcome to the watch party. If Felix gets a break back here, I got a little video to show you what I'm now calling him. Casper Ruud serving up a break, down 15-30 in a service game. Neither guy playing stellar to start. Felix missing with the forehand there again. So a bit of a shaky start here, people. Bit of a shaky start. How are you guys doing, though? Hope you guys are good for joining us. Where are you joining us from? That's what I always like to know. I'm joining you from Switzerland, the Swiss mountains. I've got a little mug of beer here, keeping me going on this fine evening. Casper's got something going on with his like nose or face or something. Jane is joining us from Brooklyn. That is epic. Okay, you got a couple tickets for the US Open. That is sweet. I am jealous. I'm not going to be there this year. I'm in Europe still, but I am definitely planning to be at the US Open next year. That is the goal. And yeah, that would be really cool. I've never been to the US Open. I went to the French Open this year, which was really cool. I was just kind of blown away by how big tennis, the tennis infrastructure is here or was in France. Like I was pretty, coming from Canada, especially Western Canada, like there's just not much tennis there. So pretty cool to see. Casper Ruud, pretty cool for him. He goes up 4-1 against Felix Auger-Aliassime. So after getting broken in the first game, Casper somehow wins 4 games in a row as Felix just drops his level quite a bit, in my opinion. So what do you guys think? What does Felix have to do? Are we team Canada or Norway? As I told Casper when we were doing our interview, my wife is actually of Norwegian heritage. So I love Canada, but I also love Norway. But I'm Team Canada tonight. Don't worry. I'm Team Canada. Very biased on these streams, rooting for our Canadian players. And right now our Canadian player is behind. He's got to figure it out. I think he's just got to settle down a little bit and figure out to get his serves in. He's still at below 50% first serves in. 7 for 17. It's not going to get it done, is it? $170,000 people have attended the National Bank Open. Is that just in Montreal, I'm wondering? That's pretty big. So Felix down in a hole to start, down a single break right now. No need to panic, but he does need to find some first serves here. And as soon as he starts doing that, he's going to start holding better. But now he's also got a break. So, RUUD shouldn't be the hardest person to break that he's faced. So this is doable for Felix, in my opinion. Let's be real here. I think that was the first serve that we just saw, although I was looking at my phone. Quickly, classic, isn't that? Just looking at your phone. Felix coming for the first serve. Gets it. Kind of throwing it in the middle of the box, but I think it just helps get that confidence up. Felix backhand is missing, spraying a few where he's hitting his backhand very well against Cam Norrie. Not well there. There's a double fault from Felix. Yeah, the first serve still missing. Yeah, Jane, you'd think he does feel the pressure, but for the first two matches, he seemed to ride the wave with the pressure. But yeah, his backhand right now is just not looking good. So RUUD's trying to exploit that. I think maybe the heaviness of RUUD's shots, like where the ball is spinning to, is bothering Felix. Could be it. That is a big forehand from RUUD. Defending from Felix. And RUUD comes forward nicely. That's really nice. So he's got 2 more break points. This is now serious trouble for Felix. Down a break and now 2 points for a double break. Interesting, people. What do you think? What do you think? And that's the break, man. Felix, 5 games in a row losing on the trot. And it's not good. That is not good. So Father Sam in the crowd. Maybe that's something. Was Sam in the crowd the last couple matches? Does anyone know that? I didn't see him actually. Was Sam in the crowd the last couple matches? I'm not sure. I just asked that, but that's why I'm asking, because I'm just not sure. There's a Casper Ruud Norwegian ace. Yeah, Jane. I think he's a little awkward coming forward. As I said earlier, I saw some suspect volleys in Gestad here. Not supernatural with the volleys at net, but I think, and right there, that was the. I love it. Casper's so funny when he gets frustrated with himself. He's like, I mean, we all get frustrated, and Casper's like one of the coolest cats out there as far as not getting too frustrated. But when he does, it's pretty funny. You know, sitting courtside, I was like sitting right behind his team for a lot of the time here in Gestad, which he won. But there's just certain moments where he's like complaining to them, and it's just kind of funny, you know, to watch, because he's a very cool customer. But right now, speaking about cool customers, Felix is totally out of sorts. So I think this set is in the bag, but Felix has got to figure out his first serve here, which you got to think he will, right? You got to think he'll know how to stay calm. But right now he just can't make a ball. So this is interesting. The Tempest one says, these my 2 favorite players. It's a shame that one has to lose. And it is true. Felix is bleeding errors big time. Backhand to backhand. Felix trying to iron out this backhand. I think you just got to move the feet. And there's actually a backhand winner from Felix up the line, but to save 1 set point. Excuse the yawn. Casper Ruud, set point number 2, numero 2. Good first serve, and that's the set. 6-1, a Norwegian breadstick. Did you think that would be happening? I didn't think so. Anyways, we're going to need, I'm going to play this video right now, this button, as you might call it, for Felix. Maybe that'll help him, inspire him to find his true form, as we now know, as the mayor of Montreal. Where's that energy, right? We need some more of that energy from Felix right now. But right now, the crowd's not in it. Casper Ruud's beating him like a drum, and it's crazy because he won the first game of the match, and has lost all 6 since. Maybe it was the case of you're letting your mind go after easily holding that first, breaking that first game. I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? If you've just joined us, maybe you've just tuned into the Canadian Tennis Stream, welcome. And Thanks for smashing the like button and subscribing if you haven't yet. Just looking at the live odds here, they got obviously Casper as the favorite to win the match at 1.34. So if you think Felix is turning this around, you can triple your money. What do you guys think? So Felix, it's tough to get yourself just not playing well to then getting in the match. You know, it's RUUD's played well tonight. You know, he's just been there, done his thing, but so far it's just been Felix like blowing it and missing backhands, not getting first serves in. Just weird. Just kind of a weird funk for him right now. So his points won on the first serve, like he's not get a lot in, but they're showing the graphic right here, and he has only won 50% of his first serve points. So even when his first serve's getting in, it's not really effective. So he needs to shake this off, maybe let out some anger, I would say, or something like that. Just get a little bit of his swagger back. Felix, just another unforced error off the forehand this time. Coming forward off a second serve. Felix, 19 unforced errors to start already. That is a shocking number. And against the guy who's as solid as RUUD. Oh my gosh. And that overhead goes to the bottom of the net. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we're in a tough spot right now. If you're Felix, if you're a Felix fan, we need you to tap into the comment section and let us know what is going on. What the heck is going on? There's an ace for Felix. Gives a fist pump, gives a little yell. That's what you need to see. That's what you need to do. Interesting, interesting, interesting. That's a little bit more positive from Felix coming forward there. Just putting the backhand in the right spot. Applying the pressure. That's right. What a miss is right. So yeah, so this is very, so Felix is just absolutely spraying it out here. So now we're at deuce. And you feel like if Felix can get this game and maybe get rolling, you can figure it out a bit. But this is one of the most shocking performances I've seen of him ever, really. Coming forward now. And oh my gosh, man. This guy can't figure it out. That is bizarre. He had that floater there, which, you know, Casper Ruud moved first, and then he still went to where Casper Ruud moved to. Super interesting. Felix, break point, down, break point. Let for serve. You're going to get another first serve, but I think, as I said before, I feel like his slow service motion like does not really allow him to keep a rhythm or like get a rhythm back. Oh, and there's a miss. Felix electing to go for the line, like a line, instead of just hitting into the open court. Not saying it's easy. I'm a couch potato analyst here, but this is just out of sorts for Felix, who has just been playing, great so far. Maybe he's feeling the pressure against the top player, but Felix is the top player, so he shouldn't be. People, what do you guys think? Let me leave your solutions in the comment section. I don't know what's going on. Good evening, Passan. What's going on? Felix is absolutely out of sorts. Can't put a ball on the court basically right now. And Casper is just getting free points on a serve, whatever he wants right now. So Felix is going to have to figure this out quick, or this match is going to be over. Felix is playing very poorly. Casper is not really doing much. He's just doing what Casper would do. I believe, though. I think Felix is going to figure this out. He's got enough time in this set, but you could get, let's put it this way, you could get 7.5 times your money by betting on Felix right now to win outright. They're just, the stadium is stunned. We need some noise in this stadium. It is literally like, sounds like a funeral is going on in IGA Stadium in Montreal. We need the crowd to get in here, get Felix some mojo. 40 love, Casper Ruud. About to hold. It's like actually like ghostly quiet in there right now. Oh. Felix is just, he's like paralyzed, I think, with nerves and with now just kind of shock about how he's playing. So at Felix, the crowd's trying to lift Felix now, and he just absolutely needs to hold here. Get a nice hold, feel good about himself. He's won 1 game out of 9 played. So this is, I don't know what's going on here. I don't know what's going on, people. If you do, let me know, but I don't. There's a first serve and then a forehand after it. Does nothing with it. And now it's into the backhand to backhand. Jeepers. And RUUD puts that away with a volley. It's a bad sign when Casper Ruud's coming to net finishing points against you. I think Casper's like looking to his box being like, this isn't supposed to be this easy, is it? So we'll see here. We'll see. Oh, and Casper just feeds that backhand down the line for a passing shot winner. Yeah, I agree with Jimmy Arias right now. He's saying, Felix is such a class act out there, very reserved guy, but when you're playing like this, you have so much pent up, obviously, frustration. You'd love to see him just like yell out or even just like smash a racket, just like release some of that tension somehow to maybe be able to free up and play. Like you just hit an ace there. Got to get rid of some of this. Anything, yeah. So I know what he means. Felix service motion. Slow and steady, but yeah, he had the same service motion last night when he was absolutely crushing it. So it's definitely not the service motion, but right now he just can't hit a ball properly. I don't know what, like he just left that one fat, and Casper Ruud, one of the big forehands on tour, just comes up and roasts a winner. So this match could be over in like 10 minutes. So now Felix is making the first serves, and he's not hitting his spots. There's a good forehand finally. And gets the free point off of it. Not a free point, gets a point off of it. Felix needs this point. Down break point number 2 for Casper Ruud. Casper Ruud. See what Felix can come up with first serve. Not really that close. Oh my goodness. I've looked at the score already because there's always a lag, and this is just the worst case scenario. This is so bad. And it's a double fault. That is, yeah, the shock of all shocks. The crowd is silenced in Montreal. This is not good if you're a Canadian tennis fan. I mean, if you're a Norwegian tennis fan watching this, you're elated. San, you're right. People haven't even shown up to the party yet, and it's going to be over soon unless Felix can turn this around. But for those of you who are here, I appreciate you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for getting around the slice, all of our content. What do you think? What do you think is going to happen? It's just kind of like what do you say? It's like Casper is just playing his part, doing what he does best, being solid, keeping balls in play, attacking when he can. And Felix is just self-destructing. So he's not really having to do too much, is he? Why don't we pull up the Tennis Live stats here and see how they look. We got a serve rating for Felix right now of 156. To put that in perspective, when Kyrgios and Medvedev were playing their match, they're both around 300 serve rating, almost up to 400 at one point, like just serving so much better. Felix just can't get really anything going. That is crazy. Casper Ruud won 9 straight games. Everyone on tennis Twitter is just being like, what is going on? What is happening to Felix? He's playing Casper Ruud, who's very solid. That is a positive way to look at it, and I appreciate that, Pasan. I appreciate that positivity. It's true. You literally couldn't play any worse, so it's only up from here. So, Casper's still got to win 3 more games. Things can change. But you think Felix has to break now. I think he needs a little lifeline from Casper as well, who's just cruising right now. Why wouldn't he be? I think almost is like Felix comes forward there nice and gets a volley to win that point. And he's trying to do his game plan, hit it forehands, come forward, and I like that. 15-all. Felix here in the service game just gotta make Casper hit balls. But Casper, it's not like he doesn't hit the ball. He hits big, and he's playing good right now. He's just playing solid tennis, ripping forehands whenever they're short. So it's not like Felix is getting any help from Casper to get back into this. Crazy. Tempest. Tempest has just been in pain. The Tempest one has been in pain all night long watching this. Loves both players. Hurts to see one lose, and one of them's like self-destructing, playing the worst he's played all year. There's the first unforced error from Casper in some time. We're at 30-all here. So this could be a moment. This is a moment. There's the crowd finally getting into it. The French-Canadian crowd getting moving. Giving a couple, let's go, Felix. We need more than that. We need more. We need pump up. I don't want to hear someone just can be like, get after it, Felix. Let's go, buddy. There's an ace, an untimely for Felix, very timely for Casper, ace, just to kind of kill any buzz in the crowd you feel there. Tough. Yeah, we're just ace and forehand winner 4-0. So 10 games in a row against Felix AUGER-ALIASSIME. I feel like Casper might be the only player to ever do that on the ATP Tour. Pretty crazy. 10 games in a row. So Felix can hold here, potentially make Casper think in the next game. Still, he's going to need some help from Casper because this is just an absolute beatdown. It's not even a beatdown. It's like a jump off the cliff if you're Felix. But come on, buddy. Come on, brother. I believe in you. I believe in the kid. He can figure this out. He's going to problem solve. Casper, drop shot. You can tell Felix is just so nervous and off of it because he couldn't even see that drop shot coming, which felt like I could see coming. Felix maybe is not, I don't know. I'm not going to say he's not physically into it, but right now he just looks so paralyzed with whatever's going on, like, with nerves right now, basically, and just his level. Just not the opposite of locked in. Jeepers Murphy. We'll see here. We'll see. Left 15. Free point Felix. Free point Friday. He's going to need a bunch more of those if he is going to turn this around. And Felix is he's kind of slow. He's kind of taking his time between points, maybe trying to slow this down, see if he can just figure it out. But it's hard. It's hard when you're down. If any of you have played tennis, there's an ace for Felix. There's 2 free points in a row. But it's so hard to turn it around when you're just totally off your rocker. But because you can't just, against a guy like Casper Ruud, who's so good, you can't just put balls in play. You got to hit the ball still. But there's 3 points in a row, free points for Felix, 3 first serves. That is the recipe. True, Passan. That was an amazing level from Felix against Medvedev. And I feel like, he did play that well yesterday against Cam Norrie, and because Cam was playing good as well. There's 4 free points in a row on a serve. No energy from Felix. You got to let that energy out. But, I mean, you're down 6-1, 4-1, so I get it. You want to keep some level of dignity, but he's got to get rolling here. He's got to get focused. He's not out of it. Casper is a guy you can break, although he does have he's improved his serve a lot, and he's still dangerous and still got a big serve, but it's got to happen quick. It's got to happen quick. You guys know it. Just pulling up the stats here. Felix serve rating still 172. Unforced errors 21-6. They've hit the same amount of winners at 15. Just not going to plan today for Felix. Is it? Is it now, folks? What do you guys think about Kyrgios losing to Hubert Hurkacz? Did you expect that? Huge forehand from Casper. Casper's not giving Felix any help. He's just doing what he has to do. That's what Casper's going to do. He's one of those professional players. Passan, I don't think Kyrgios was injured today. I think he was sore in some way. No, he was not injured. They played 2 really tight sets, 7-6, 6-7, split tiebreakers. And then he got distracted, I think, in the 3rd set. And Hubert Hurkacz is nasty, and he's a great player when he's playing good. And he was actually serving like harder. Hurkacz's serve he was serving at a higher miles per hour than Kyrgios was. So, like, let's get it. Not get it twisted. Hubert won that match for sure. There we go. Felix hit 3 slices in a row. Maybe try and change it up a bit on RUUD. Gets an error out of him. And Felix, when he gets into this rally, looks at it, gets a ball that he can kind of hit, shanks it. Felix. If you're just joining us, welcome to the Canadian Tennis Stream, which we have a solemn bit of a mood right here with our guy Felix getting absolutely crushed by his own form and Casper Ruud, to be fair. So let me know where you're watching from if you just joined and what the heck do you think is going on. Felix has to figure this out ASAP. I would say he has to break now. Down 4-1, 30-15 right now. Second serve. Casper just continues to play well. There's a good return from Felix, 30-all. They'll give me a few fist pumps. I think he's just got to blow off. He's got to let out some more energy, Felix does. Blow off that negative steam. What do you guys think? Would you keep it in if you were him, or would you? I mean, I'm a crazy person on the tennis court, so like he should not be listening to my advice. I'm just talking smack out here like I do, but he's staying focused, which is the good thing. Casper serving well still, just absolutely ripping forehands and serves. Felix gets to the backhand of Casper, and then it's slow to move to that, but still in this rally, good rally here. Felix now opens up the court, has to come forward, and now is gonna get lobbed, and Casper freaking puts out his arms there. That was a good point. Felix just gets lobbed clean at the net. That's what I was hoping. Yeah, that's a good point. We were hoping to see that. Felix didn't think it was going to land in the lob. And wow, yeah, that's just a great point from RUUD. Jeepers, that was a good rally. But Matthew, my friend, you are way behind the train if you think Casper Ruud is just a clay bot. He's been this. Well, I mean, he's not this good. He's not crushing. Felix has played like absolute garbage tonight. Like he just not really showed up at all. So Casper's doing his part, but we haven't seen much of a match at this point. It's just been Felix like missing shots all night. And Ruud's like an insanely good all-around player. And there's a shank backhand return from Felix. Just yell or something, Felix. Please just yell. Just do something. Show your frustration. Let it out. We're in the dire moment 6-1, 5-1 right now. Felix just look, excuse me, stunned. He looks absolutely stunned. And the crowd is stunned. They're trying to urge him on. They're giving some little efforts here. But it's not so easy to just break Casper Ruud, it seems. Now he will have to break Casper Ruud twice in a row in order to extend the set if he was to hold here. Which he just threw in a nice body serve there. Got a free point to start. There's an ace. In this last two service games, Felix has just easily won these because he's served like he can. But, this match shows how much his confidence maybe in the rest of his game relies on that first serve working, or at least did today. When it wasn't working, it also seemed to affect the rest of his game. What the heck's this been all night? We're all thinking just aces raining down from now the racket of Felix. Is it too little too late? Yeah, right now that's the deal. Right now, if he tries to be aggressive, he's just missing. So it's tough to tell him. Oh, there's this return winner from Casper Ruud. It's tough to tell him to be more aggressive when he's like, yeah, Ruud, yeah, that's a good point. Ruud has returned very well tonight. If he's getting a racket on it, it's coming back in play. So, but I don't think that's, I think Felix's rhythm's off, and then he's just played a terrible match, basically. Yeah, Ruud is returning super well. Whew. I think Ruud's even impressed with his level. He literally just gave like a little whistle, basically, off a forehand he just hit. That is big time. That's crazy. Casper Ruud just hit a 174 km/h forehand winner. It's harder than most WTA first serves. Felix closes this game out, though. 6-1, 5-2. Now, is Casper going to think about this? Is he going to have a think? I doubt it. He's kind of a robot. But we'll see. I might be in bed much earlier than expected, which my wife will be quite happy about. So this has been interesting. This has definitely been interesting. Felix looking down at the changeover, looking stunned. What is he going to do? Is this man going to be able to figure it out today? Or will he have to go to Cincinnati after quarterfinals here, which is okay. Last 8, which is okay. But, with potentially the route to winning this tournament being Casper Ruud, Hubert Hurkacz, and then like Pablo Carreño Busta or Tommy Paul, maybe that also is what affected Felix, because this is, the best chance he would, the best, most logical route to a title of this size that he would have had. When Felix won ATP Rotterdam, he had to beat Andy Murray, Cam Norrie, Rublev, and Tsitsipas all in one tournament. So it's not like he can't beat these guys, but, in my opinion, he's beat himself today. Totally. That's the ball bounce there, which is probably smart. Oh my gosh, this is going in. That is insane. That is insane. Felix just had an absolute put away, and he tried to bounce it over Casper's head. Didn't really. That is incredible. Yeah, that's it. That's, to me, that seals the deal right there. If you're not winning that point at this stage in the match, that is just not going to be your night. That's all there is to it. But Casper just gave it back, so maybe he is still thinking about it, because I don't know what's going on. This is crazy. This is a weird match. This is super weird. Super weird, isn't it? Casper, 15-all. First serve in, comes forward now, and Felix misses. So Casper 2 points from the match. Now this is I just want this to turn around so bad for Felix. I just want this to become a match. Like, you didn't really see anything tonight. If this match happens, you saw 1 or 2 good points. And Casper just rips another forehand, just absolutely gets on top of it. Two match points for Casper. Here it is. And that is the match. That is a massive dagger in the Canadian hearts by Casper RUUD, who plays a solid match and just kind of lets Felix shakes his head at the net. Casper, I'm sure, gives some encouraging words, being like, mate, you'll play much better. But that was a quick one for Felix tonight. We did not see that coming, and that is not what we hoped for, is it, people? So, questions. What do you guys think? What happened there? What's the little debrief? We got time for a debrief. I was scheduling off about 2 hours for this stream, but we are out of here in about an hour and 15 minutes. Casper RUUD just takes, as Brad Gilbert would say, Felix to the woodshed, 6-2, 6-1, 6-2. And Felix leaving the court just absolutely rattled. No autographs. Just absolutely rattled. And that's a tough look for Felix, who is still the mayor of Montreal, but you can tell this is really bothering him. So yeah, I think the deal tonight was he didn't have his first serve at all, and that affected the rest of his game, or maybe just didn't have his game at all. But his first serve, lack of confidence, just got him into a place where Casper RUUD was able to just bully him from the baseline a bit, and he just wasn't able to hit 2 balls in play in a row. So that was a shocker. That's about as shocking of a performance I've seen from a top 10 player all year. So maybe that's rock bottom for Felix, and he's going to just use that as motivation. But he's not like he wasn't playing well. He made semis in Los Cabos, and he had 2 very convincing wins here in Montreal. But that's a disappointing end to that campaign for him in Montreal. But for you guys, thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. And we'll do another, maybe we'll stream the final, on the Canadian tennis stream. I'm not sure, but you'll definitely see more from us here at the site. So make sure you subscribe. Consider joining the channel for behind-the-scenes access of extra content. And we'll see you guys on Twitter and on TikTok and Instagram.